584/8. A breach of the peace. Part 1, take 1.
Door down. Hey, cheeky, don't get the wrong impression. I was making some dumplings. Nobody's complained, have they?
Mr. Eli Pledge.
Who's asking?
Are you or are you not Mr. Eli Pledge of Pledge's Pickles?
If you put it like that, yeah.
This is a place, Albert. Wheel her in.
Don't put me down. Get off! Get off! Will you go? Kindly remove your hands from the precincts of my private parts. Thank you.
What the hell have you been up to? We have reason to believe that you are this person's next of kin.
Next to kin? She's not dead, is she?
I wish I were our Eli. Thank heavens my father's not here to see this terrible catastrophe.
We've had Elle's own job getting her here. Now you keep her here.
Oh, push off. What the hell have you been up to?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Oh, come on. Hey, what charge have they got you on? It's not drugs, is it?
Worse than that.
Worse? Espionage? Arson? Hey, you've been looking up at cubicles at Baths again?
I can't tell you.
Oh, come on, it's not a hanging job, whatever it is.
Let's never go outside this house again. We just have to have an inside toilet put in.
Hey, you left these in our pan account.
What the hell have you been up to at that police station? Have you been having a bloody loving?
It's not quite as bad as it looks. Things are not as what they seem.
Well, would you mind telling me what Arnelli's done and why you had to get a course at Suffer?
I'll tell you what she's been doing. Shoplifting.
It's a frame-up.
Shoplifting, she's not that kind of lass.
Thanks.
She was caught in the act down at the supermarket with a week's groceries in her drawers.
Yes, well, the ordinary thing the mothers do.
Supermarket, we shop at court.
Ah, no wonder the divvy's been going down then. You've got a right one here, a professional.
Chief Constable's a personal friend of mine.
Ah, yes, I know. He's got your picture on our station wall. Now, just you shut up. And get her down to the Magistrates' Court tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock sharp.
Cheeky piece. You can tell he's not married. Did you notice him? Never took his eyes off my corset.
Ah, Nellie, what have you been doing? It'll be all our cone. Nellie Pledge, shoplifting. You that sings in church choir. I'll never be able to hold my head up in pub again.
You can't hold it up now, you big ale can. 2 pints and you're on the floor.
There's worse things than drinking, you know, like shoplifting.
I wasn't shoplifting, I was shop-putting.
How do you mean?
I wasn't lifting stuff out, I was putting stuff in.
Here, sit down. Would you mind telling me what you're talking about?
Well, you know the supermarket?
Yes.
Yes, well, you know, just as you go in, you know, wrong side, and there's a big pile of pickles there, like a big, this week's star offer. Well, there's a big pinnacle of pickles, you see, and I was just putting one of our jars of Piccadilly pickles on top of that.
What the hell do you want to do that for? We want to sell the stuff, not bloody well give it away.
That's what I'm coming to. I thought if I put some of our best Piccadilly pickles in there, the people would start asking for our pickles, and the supermarket would have to stock them.
Oh, that's bloody brilliant. Yeah, all this time I've been thinking you were half-wit.
It didn't come off. I had a mishap.
Yeah, what?
A mishap.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I was just putting this jar of Piccadilly on top.
And you pickled when you should have lilied. Oh, here they are. John Lennon and Yoko Ono. You haven't got up out of bed, then?
I don't know how you can stand there.
Oh, don't you start.
It's all overcome. Our Walter heard it when he was waiting his turn at valve patients at Royal Infirmary. He ran all the way home to tell me.
He ran all the way home. He couldn't run to the end of his foot.
He hurt himself. He said he got something give halfway up Yorkshire Street.
Happened his water broke.
Walter's predicament we're here to see about.
Oh, Walter, I didn't know you had something wrong with your predicament. I am sorry.
It's this terrible trouble our Nellie's got us into. Oh, Nellie, how could you do it?
I couldn't, I didn't, I haven't, have I?
She has got a perfect answer for these charges. All she's got to do is to stand up in court and say she's not all there. She's a bit balmy. I'll be right behind her.
What do you mean, I'm going to stand up in that court, be stood standing there telling everybody I've gone mental?
Never been any mental in our family.
No, and there's not going to be. I'm as sane as your Walter there.
That's what I mean.
Gosh, you could always run away to the Isle of Man and change your name.
I'm not guilty. I'm going to find one of those fellows that solicit. One of those clever fellas, you know, that knows all the tricks and can get me off.
Nellie, to get out of this, you'll need Perry Mason, a total eclipse of the sun, a dose of Brimstone and treacle, and half a pound of cenopods.
Oh, don't say that. It goes right through me.
Go on, get
You'll be Mr. and Mrs. Pledge.
Oh, no. No, we're not married.
Oh? Oh, well, it's nothing to worry about. The court will not be concerned with your morals.
We haven't got any morals. We just live together, you know. See, I'm Nellie Pledge, and this is my brother, Eli Pledge.
Oh, well, I beg
Eli.
your pardon.
Oh, I'm sure you should be at all. If you're not careful, we'll see our solicitor about you.
He's our solicitor, you big girl's blouse.
All right. Do sit down. Now, I think I got a note of your telephone message somewhere. Pledge. Is it the gas meter breaking?
Oh, no, it's not the gas meter breaking. We've had our gas meter taken out. We're on the quarterly now, you know.
Oi, cop. It's the shoplifting.
Ah. The supermarket snatch. Miss Pledge, I'm afraid the courts take a very severe view of this kind of thing. There's been too much of it.
Well, what are you looking at me for? I can account for my movement.
Yeah, she didn't really do it, you see, Governor.
You tell him how, Eli.
I'll tell him. She was going... Where the hell's he gone? Oh, he's there. No, you see, she was taking our pickles in. Pledge's pickles. Piquant, but pure. You must have heard of them. No, you see, she wasn't taking the supermarket stuff out.
Stuff out.
No. And when she went in, she had this,
Mishap.
this mishap. The elastic must have been perished.
Well, it's the humidity that does it, you think. I mean, the dampness.
Yeah, you see, she was just lifting our pickles on top of this pile when chitty-chitty-bang-bang, a knickers went.
Shouldn't have said that. I don't know what you'll think. Still happen, it's all in a day's work with you.
Well, I'm afraid I don't quite grasp.
You don't have to grasp it, Cock. It's quite easy, isn't it? I mean, and Nellie's a good lass at home. No, what you do, Governor, is you bung in for false arrest, slander, writ of habeas corpus, and restitution of congenital rights.
Justice must be done. Not only must it be done, it must also be seen to be done. Also as well. Especially by our Lily and her at the chippy. Because of me, she's put her salt and pepper pots on a chain.
Now, with all respect, and this is entirely without prejudice...
I told you what a good one, didn't I? He got Jack Fallon off, and he were flogging pill to old-age pensioners.
This could do you a bit of good then, eh? If you do this job proper, we could put a lot of business in your way. For instance, our Lily's Walters not had the proper compensation for his rupture. If you want, you could handle that.
Miss Page, Look, I don't wish to frighten you, but you cannot go into court with this ridiculous story. This Grimm's fairy tale that your brother's just unfolded.
Well, it's what happened.
Miss Pledge, the courts are very hard on any defendant who tries to brazen it out.
Well, it's up to you to get her off, Mush.
Exactly!
What?
Now, Mr. Pledge, I think I understand your sister. She is a woman more sinned against than sinning.
That's very true.
But it's your part in all this that interests me, Mr. Pledge.
Me? I got no to do with it.
No? Then who drove this poor, pliable creature to rob and steal, huh? You look like a drinking man to me, Pledge. How often, I wonder, has the housekeeping money been flung across the counter each week, huh?
K-light every night.
To what devices is your poor sister driven each week to try and make ends meet?
Nobody knows.
Until half crazy with desperation, she appeals to you for help. And with what result? A curse? A blow? A muttered oath as you fling out into the night and squander the coal money on your drinking cronies?
And fancy women.
Fancy women?
Hey, just a minute.
Not a pretty picture, is it? Can anyone blame her? If out of fear and urged on by the despicable creature to whom she devotes her life,
Since my dad died.
since the death of her poor father, she finally rushes from the house.
Rushes from the house, it takes her half an hour to get ready to go across to Carsey.
Did she try to steal undetected? No. Almost as though she wished to be caught. To end somehow this intolerable situation, she finally offers herself for arrest.
I could do with the rest. I've stood as much as I can stand.
I submit that this wretched creature is not the culprit here, and that no court in the land can condemn her.
Of course not. If you knew what he's done to me all those years, it's making me into an old woman.
Exactly.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, when the court hears your story, you'll just be bound over.
Will it hurt?
No, of course it won't.
That's been the same day in and day out. Ever since he came back. I'm only human. I'm just a human reed. Buffeted about from hither and thither. Blown there by his wind.
What a lot of old cobblers. It was you that rummaged about in supermarket, not me.
And who drove me to it? You did.
Why, wait a minute.
And when I get into that court, I shall tell them that you did too. And what they do to you then is their affair. I have nothing more to say. Bring back the birch. Oh, you all got here then, eh? Hello, Walter. You'll be a long time in there, you know. A long time. Has he been?
I went in there, but I don't know whether he's been.
Be a long time in there, you know, like I said. Have you been? I think he's been.
Now, would anybody like a nice cheese sandwich?
How do you like my coat? Is it all right?
Ah, yeah, working. It doesn't look so bad considering it's been wrapped round our hot water cistern all winter. Still, it's kept its shape for you very well, hasn't it?
You've kept your shape too. You're still thin enough to swarm up a tin whistle and put your head out of every hole.
Hey, they're opening doors.
Well, come on then.
Aye, come on.
Hey, and just think on, be careful what you're saying there, Shorthouse.
I shall just tell the truth. And truth is stranger than friction.
You a plunge?
No, it's not my plunge, wherever it is.
No, plunge. Well, you are the shoplifting, aren't you?
Just mind how you're talking to me, young man. And button your coat up, too, when you talk to me. I pay my rates, you know. My name's Nellie Pledge, and I thank you to think on.
It says plunge here. Is that your alias?
No, that's our Eli.
That's quite all right. Leave it to me. I will see to it.
Hey, I seem to know that face. And the back of them legs as well. Who's that just went in?
It's Mr. Howcroft. He's the magistrate's clerk.
Terry Howcroft? Magistrate's clerk? Ooh, I used to go to school with him. Isn't it a small world?
It is that, missus. Now just sit there and be quiet and don't cause any bother. Hello, Ida. They caught you at it again. You ought to find a nice fella and settle down with him.
That's what I was doing in the park when you're...
You'll never learn, will you? Go on, get in queue.
I don't know you, do I, love?
No, I'm new to this game.
Where'd they catch you at it?
In the supermarket. Between the medical department and the detergents.
In the supermarket? It's a bit public. It's always packed out in there.
It's the trading stamps that does it. You give them trading stamps, they'll come time after time.
Trading stamps in the supermarket? I never thought of that.
It's where the money is.
You must have been hard up, though, starting at your age.
No, I'm not hard up exactly, but I must admit that at my time of life, it's more difficult to make ends meet. Oh, shut up. I always say, if you're enjoying what you're doing, it doesn't matter about the money. Give over. Ooh, I'd do anything for a good hot cup of tea.
Come on, Your Honour, don't give me any chance.
Give over, you big girl's blouse. Ta.
Chuck! She's a ripper. She said she'd do anything for a cup of tea.
You, Terry! Don't you know me?
Be quiet, madam.
No, don't you know me now? I'm Nellie Pledge, as was. Well, still is, come to think of it.
Contain yourself, madam, and stand up when you address the court.
I am stood standing up. What's the matter with you? Don't you want to know me now you've got on?
You know the defendant, Mr. Howcroft?
Certainly not, Your Worship.
Of course he knows her. When they were kids, they used to be doctors and nurses together. And he always won, didn't he?
Silence in court.
We used to sit at the same desk in school and used to peep over my shoulder and copy me sums.
This is all quite irrelevant, Your Worship.
Oh, I can see you now, Terry. In girls' playground, sliding off that big pile of coke next to girls' lavies.
His Worship doesn't want to hear any of this.
On the contrary, Mr. Howcroft, I find it all intensely interesting.
With respect, Your Worship, I think we've already caught a glimpse of my client's bona fides.
Hey, shut up.
Send her down. She wants solitary confinement.
Hey, I really am not married. Oh, you bonny Terry. Oh, do you remember how you used to chase the girls in the girls' playground? Eh? And hit the BTMs with your licorice whip.
Yes, well, I think we've heard enough of these nostalgic memories. Let's proceed with the case.
I agree. And I just want to say that if my name is used in these proceedings, I shall take legal action.
I second that.
Here, here.
This is a final warning. I will have no more interruptions. Now, madam.
How do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
I plead our Eli guilty.
You can't do that.
Well, then I plead not guilty with exterminating circumstances.
This is the most ridiculous plea I ever heard in my life.
She always was a miserable pleader.
That's enough of that.
Who is this Eli?
That's him over there, with the funny eyes. And that thing being twizzled in and out of his silver things with his jacket.
You mean the bald-headed one who keeps winking at me?
Oh, no, that's Walter. Are you all right, Walter? Can you see?
Miss Page, would you kindly tell us what befell at the supermarket yesterday?
You know what befell. I told you.
Yes, but you have to tell the court.
Well, I don't like. I mean, it's rude.
Oh, come, madam, you can put it bluntly. We're all men of the world.
You speak for yourself.
Anything you say won't be anything we haven't heard many times before.
Well, you haven't heard it from me many times before. Anyway, I'll write it down if you like.
Oh, very well, write it down.
Lend me your pen, Terry.
No, I won't.
Go on, Terry, lend us your pen.
I won't.
Oh, lend her your pen, Terry.
Why did you inhale me when I came into this court?
Be quiet.
You know very well what they call me at school.
No.
Piccalilli Lily. And you, Terry the Tingler. Don't make on you don't know.
I really don't see what bearing this has on the matter.
May we hear what my client has written, Your Worship?
By all means. 2 pounds of best beef dripping, 1 sheep's head, and half a yard of knicker elastic.
That's my shopping list. It's on the other side. Anyway, I'm not guilty. It's him you want.
With all due respect, Cock, I'd like to say that a lot of untrue allegations are going to be made against my character by our kid and Chief Ironside here.
Oh, dear.
Apart from that, you're a pillar of the community, are you, Mr. Page?
Could say that, couldn't you?
What? Pillar of the community? Ask him what he does in the deep end at the National Swimming Baths.
And what do you do in the deep end of the National Swimming Bath?
Same as I do at 3-foot end at National Swimming Baths. Backstroke.
You make a most unsatisfactory witness. I don't think you're going to be too good as a defendant either.
Don't pick on me. Sort her out, Lizzie Borden.
I'm the judge in this court.
You couldn't judge a bit of crumpet in a tea shop.
I wouldn't stand for that, your magnitude.
Get him into that dock with his sister.
Never mind me.
Ah, you rotten duck. I want to speak to my solicitor.
Well, he doesn't want to speak to you.
Ooh, I don't know you could. Oh, it must be 2 hours now. It's 1:45. Oh, I must get a little hand put on this watch. Oh, Walter, what did I say to you before you went in? You wouldn't be told, would you? I asked you, had you been? What about your Walter?
What about our Walter?
Yes.
What about your poor Eli?
I thought Eli was your nearest and dearest.
What have I done to him? What have I done? Oh, Eli! What have I done to you?
What have you done? What have you done? I'll never be able to hold my head up in Conservative Club again.
Why not?
I've got a conditional discharge.
What?
A conditional discharge.
Never mind, I'll go straight home and I'll put a poultice on.
Grade 4, stroke 8. A breach of the peace. Part 1, take 1.
All right, don't knock door down. Hey, cheeky, don't get the wrong impression. I was making some dumplings. Nobody's complained, have they?
Mr. Eli Pledge,
Who's asking?
are you or are you not Mr. Eli Pledge of Pledge's Pickles?
If you put it like that, yes.
This is a place, Albert. Wheel her in.
Don't put me down. Get off! Get off! Get off! Kindly remove your hands from the precincts of my private parts. Thank you.
What the hell have you been up to? We have reason to believe that you are this person's next of kin.
Next to kin, she's not dead, is she?
I wish I were our Eli. Thank heavens my father's not here to see this terrible catastrophe.
We've had Elle's own job getting her here. Now you keep her here.
Oh, push off. What the hell have you been up to?
Oh, I can't tell you.
Oh, come on. Hey, what charge have they got you on? It's not drugs, is it?
Worse than that.
Worse? Espionage? Arson? Hey, you've been looking up at cubicles at Baths again?
I can't tell you.
Oh, come on, it's not a hanging job, whatever it is.
Just never go outside this house again. We just have to have an inside toilet put in.
Hey, you left these in our pan account.
What the hell have you been up to at that police station? Have you been having a bloody loving?
It's not as bad as it looks. Things are not as what they seem.